I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Thank you for all attending the special meeting that was called for this evening, 7 o'clock. The first thing I have in your packet is going to be the COVID-19 meeting procedures. With that, we're going to adopt a resolution. I'd like to adopt a resolution on us being able to, simulcast our meetings as we're doing now. And with that, I'd like to thank Antietam Cable for jumping on this so fast and getting everything set up with the day's notice. So we appreciate that very much, and a shout out to them for doing that.
Absolutely.
So does anybody have any questions on the new meeting style that I guess we're going to adopt? We're moving into the 21st century here. We're putting it on TV, so it's probably not a bad thing.
I'll make the motion. We adopt the resolution for compliance for municipalities during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Second.
Okay. I have a first, Lorraine second. Any additional questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Next thing we have is the agreement to revisit the Antietam Village Trailer Park. With that, I have to apologize missing the last meeting. I know there was a lot of questions that were left unanswered, and I do apologize for that. So with that, I'd like to kind of explain exactly where we are with the purchase. We do have an agreement that is signed with the owner of the trailer park to purchase it for $295,000. I went before the county commissioners about a month ago, and they agreed to grant us a loan that would be paid back through POS in an amount not to exceed $315,000. That money would be paid back through POS as the cycle would allow it to be done through the help Mr. Eshelman there at the county has showed us how to do that correctly. So that money would be funded at no cost to the town over a several-year period. Now, we would have to pay interest on the loan from the county until that is all paid back. But I feel sure after talking with him, within 3 to 4 years, that money would be paid back, similar to what we did with the Arch project a couple years ago. So I know there was other thoughts there about people being pushed out of the trailer park within 30, 60, 90 days. Now, none of that is true. My plan there would be give everyone there a year to be able to find other accommodations. You know, we can certainly reach out to organizations here in the county that would maybe be able to help them. We'll certainly do what we can through our office too to make sure those people get placed and are not forced out of their homes.
So from the time that the sale takes place or closes until the 1 year period is up, who's landlord?
Town of Funkstown would be the landlord. Basically what would happen there is the rent that would be collected would be used for the development of that park. We can't use it for anything else other than putting it into that park.
Okay.
So it would go into like an escrow account?
It would go into an escrow account, and then we would use those funds to do the improvements, or to start the improvements for the park. You know, I see that as being a major access point for people with boats and kayaks and so forth. There's one just up the creek there at the Kiwanis Park that was just put in. So it'd make a beautiful spot to go back and forth there. I know a lot of people use the Legion right now, but you know that's a verbal standing agreement to do that, and I'm not saying they would change that agreement, but they could at any time take that away from us. So this is a good backup plan for that as well, I believe.
Agreed.
My big concern is the eviction of the citizens out of there.
And, well, I certainly feel your pain, and that's why
That's where a lot of it came from last meeting.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know there was a lot of fear. People thought that we would force them out within 30 days and go that route, Barry, but that's not the case. What I want to do is make a nice park for people to be able to enjoy the Antietam Creek.
I understand that. We got a couple of them, or at least one, that owns his own trailer and has just put a whole bunch of money into his trailer, and now we're telling him he's got to move his trailer.
And who would that be? Which ones?
Well, that's Mr.
I mean, there's a couple of them there that just put, one guy just put a new furnace into his, and he's not sure it's even roadworthy to be moved. And there'll be some kind of I know when we talked about this a couple of years ago, there was money involved where we could buy them out and give them money to do it, and I know it's not there now.
That was through FEMA.
That's where my big concern is.
I certainly understand. We'll do all that we can possibly do to help those people.
I'm in the process of helping one of those tenants that are in there.
Okay.
I'm doing the best that I can to help facilitate the movement of their mobile home.
Any other questions?
You ready for a motion?
I am.
I move that we move forward on the agreement of sale for the ordinance for the agreement of sale for the Antietam Village Trailer Park.
I second that.
I have a motion and a second. Any additional questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Nay.
Okay, let the minutes reflect that everyone voted aye except for Barry, which he was a no. Motion passes. We will move on forward with that. The last thing I have on the agenda tonight is the town election. With that being said, I don't think it's wise to proceed with an election in the town of Funkstown with all this going on. As far as, you know, we've all been asked to do social distancing and do that. So I would like to adopt an emergency ordinance that would basically move our election out to August. In your packet, you have the emergency ordinance to cancel and then reschedule the election. So with that, I'll entertain any questions or comments on that, and then I would like to move forward with a motion.
I do have a question. Our election was the first Monday in May, and we talked about July, the 1st of July being over the 4th of July weekend. Why are we not considering June? Is it just because it's too soon to be able to be
We just
safe?
felt that if you look at the time span of what all's happened and how long it's been, you know, if we look at where it all started and we count the months to where we're at, and if we use that as a basis, that's why we went to August.
Good. I don't disagree one bit about August. I just wanted to understand.
Yeah, I would like to do it sooner, but I'm concerned if we do
Absolutely.
this and then we're just gonna be in the same boat doing it again.
I'll make a motion that we reschedule the town election till the
3rd of August.
3rd of August.
Second.
Have a motion, have a second. Any questions?
I'd like to make a comment on that. The ordinance itself doesn't say this, but the charter does cover the continuation of service in office until your successors are duly elected or appointed. So by doing this, obviously you're still serving, you're still an elected official. So we don't get into there's a gap because all of a sudden term ended.
We don't have to have Mr. Weaver come, well, it would be Mr. Weaver anyway, I guess.
No.
We wouldn't have to go through this.
You just automatically, the charter just automatically continues the terms until there's an election.
Good.
Yeah, very good. So with that being said, have a motion, have a second. I'll already call for the question. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. That's all I have on our schedule for this evening. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time to get here this evening under the circumstances. I wish everyone stays safe. Check on your elderly neighbors. I know I'll be in touch with the fire hall and asking them. Also have been in talk with the Sheriff's Department about possibly getting some overtime for us coming up if it's needed, to make you all aware of that. The county did have a meeting today. It was a phone conference. Dave Hayes put it on, Jeff Klein, County Commissioner Randy Wagner. There was a whole host of mayors. And it was a good conversation, and it was nice that the county reached out to us. So if anybody has any questions, you certainly call Dave Hayes, call into the county. They're there to help us. They made that well aware today, and they're doing a good job in trying to help us. Also, any additional costs that we're incurring because of this, we can apply. They said it wasn't necessary that we did a state of emergency, and I think Williamsport may have, did they do that?
Not that I know of, they haven't met since this all occurred.
Okay.
so.
So they said it wasn't
It might be in the
necessary.
works, but-
Yeah, let us know if that is necessary for us to do that so we can receive funding back.
It is.
But,
Did the county declare a state of emergency?
yes,
Oh, then wouldn't we just fall under that umbrella?
I think so.
I think
Yeah,
the
they
state
said it
has
wasn't.
declared a state of
Oh,
emergency too,
then,
so
yeah.
I heard through that.
You're right.
Um,
No sense reading.
Mayor, are you done with your comments, or before?
I am.
Yeah, before we close, in the spirit of the open meetings compliance that was passed, probably need to add to the agenda, if it's not already there, or make the announcement that due to the fact that the public isn't permitted to attend in person, that if there would be any comments that anyone would want to make, that they can do so by sending an email to, I guess, the mayor or the town manager, and/or mailing written comments. And those would then be included in the minutes, just as if somebody appeared, and it would be part of the minutes that are kept.
Okay.
Okay?
I think you said that, and it's on the record, so.
And I believe that's also on our postings.
Yes, and I don't know if Brenda did it, just I didn't look carefully at it, she probably did. We talked about on the agendas moving forward that it should probably be put on the agenda, and the agenda then also should be posted up on the Facebook page.
Okay.
And the website at least 24 hours, if you can, at least 24 hours prior to your meeting. So if you're gonna have a regular meeting in April, you go ahead and put your, post it. If you're gonna stream it by Facebook, you indicate how you're going to do that, so that people can turn their computer on, log on, look at their phone, whatever they wanna do.
Okay.
And follow the meeting. And then my comment was on the agendas, just add a thing at the bottom that says, since public input won't be permitted in person, anyone who wishes to make any citizen comments on the topic of the agenda or any other topics are welcome to do so by sending an email.
Okay.
That way you can keep the open meeting spirit alive by
Sure.
doing that. Okay?
Well, thank you very much for you coming to the meeting and on such short notice as well. Does anybody else have any additional comments?
It was brought to my attention that Weiss's is going to have a senior citizen time. I think it's 7 till 9 on Sunday mornings. So senior citizens will get in before everybody else.
Martin's did that, I think, was yesterday.
Martin's. That's what I
Martin's
said.
did it
Yeah.
yesterday.
So they must be doing it a couple days then.
Yeah.
And how'd that go?
I don't know, I didn't go, I can't
my
get up
wife-
at 6:30 to go.
My wife has an aunt who lives in Florida, who called her to say that they were doing that in Florida, and they went, and the crowd was so large that they left because they figured it was less safe than waiting for regular hours.
Just wait till later. Any additional comments? I entertain a motion to adjourn.
Just no motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, gentlemen.